What is your feeling about this game? The game between Manchester United and Arsenal. What is your feeling? Because mine are mixed. A lot of mixed feelings. Because what happened? Those are missed opportunities. Because this was not the Arsenal that we know. This was a weaker Arsenal. It was not an organized Arsenal. It was an Arsenal that was beatable. But then there are things we saw that just you know, that sinking feeling, from last season where there are just goalkeeping errors, defensive errors, midfield outplayed, Anyway, let's take a dive into this. This is called Charlton's Kick on Sports. Consider subscribing to this channel because, hey, this season we're going to analyze all these things every game until the end of the season. Now, it is very funny when the same thing happens over and over again and you keep doing the same thing. So it's just a hallmark of stupidity, basically. When you do the same thing, expecting different results. Manchester United did not defend that corner well. In fact, even conceding it in the first place was not supposed to happen. Bruno Fernandes not clearing his ball, giving the ball to a player who is not ready, and the rest is history. But hey, Bayern, you gotta do better, brother. He's gotta do better because when you come out as a keeper, make sure you take that ball off the defender's head. Make sure you punch it clean. Make sure it goes far away from your goal, But he just parried it, and Calafiori was just waiting for it. Anyway, he claimed it was a foul. Many people saw a foul, but goalkeepers, people who've done goalkeeping before, say it wasn't a foul. Simply because Bander stepped backwards, meaning he gave the Arsenal defender space, Gabriel, and that is exactly what happened. So there was no foul on him. It is his error that led to this goal. Now you ask yourself, are Manchester United exposed more so in goalkeeping department? Because Onana is still injured, only had 3 games or training ever since coming from his hamstring injury. Hitton is 37 years old, almost 40 years old, but he looked solid in pre-season. So Vitek was given on loan, where he also played a man of the match kind of leading role to his new club. So the question is, are Manchester United letting this goalkeeping department wide open? So the first thing I saw in this game was just that was a Bayern error, and first game of the season, you expect such. But there are still a lot of options out there. There are still good goalkeepers out there. Donnarumma is still there. Martinez is still available, but you can't solve all your problems in one transfer window, so they say. So we go again. Now, the second thing I saw in this game, that midfield can't survive the season. It can't. Bruno has got no pace, and Casemiro is off. He's out. He's done. I basically feel we need someone who can move in that midfield, someone who can hold on to the ball, a player who can play the ball, not just releasing it first touch. We need some control. We need someone to set the pace of the game, someone to set the momentum, the intensity. And you see, there's just too much. The midfield is just wide open. We are overrun all the time in midfield. Casemiro did his bit. Bruno played well, but you need Bruno next to the goal. You need Bruno at a 10, So I don't know whether the coach missed this, but that midfield was too bare for me. It was too weak. It was too shallow. It was just too open. Someone like De Jong is available in the market. He has one season to go at Barcelona. That is a player that can solve all our problems. Only if Manchester United could do a deal. Baleba was rumored, but they are asking too much from Brighton. Then there is Wharton. This is also a very young kid. Manchester United is a monster of a club. You bring a young kid there and he'll be swallowed alive. So I don't know how we solve this, but the midfield did not work well. Now, the third thing I saw in this game, is that our front line can fire. It can do well. MBEUMO and CUNHA, fantastic addition. Those are fantastic addition. CUNHA more so just, he made my blood boil, with excitement, and, was making so much noise. I'm almost losing my voice, but hey, I enjoyed CUNHA's play, He was very, very solid. There's a turn that he did that almost led to a goal. beautiful. Every time he had the ball next to the box, he would try that shot, tried shooting, he tried passing well. His movement is good, his recovery. At some point, he was recovering up to the right back position. So this is a player that I think Manchester United bargained well, and is gonna do things for us. Same to MBEUMO, very strong, did good things, had shots blocked. There's a shot that he could have taken early, but it's early days. Joined the team a bit late, but yeah, good signs that these two, if they click, they'll do wonders together. Now, before I even finish this particular part on MBEUMO and CUNHA, my question is are Manchester United better placed playing a 4-3-3 system? Because I think we have the players who can play that system. Are they better placed playing that system? Not as a replacement to this one, but as a complement to what the system we currently play. Because I believe we have the players. If you just imagine a midfield where you have Ugarte, you have Maino and Bruno, and then you have your front three just bombing up front there. It becomes a very, very easy thing to do. It becomes very, very easy, and it takes away the pressure from everyone else. So I think this is something that should be considered as an alternative, not a replacement, because yeah, we need alternatives. We need to be able to change. We need to be able to shuffle, to be able to just consider many options for us to survive this particular period of the league. Anyway, that was a side statement. I think we'll look at that in a next episode. Can we do better in a different system? Now, the fourth thing that I saw in this game is that Euro is fit and is raring to go. This defender is good, but the minute he was switched to the left side of the pitch, I think he struggled a bit. He was exposed. There's a time he lost a ball, very dangerous ball. So the defense are fit, they're good enough, but I think I don't know why the coach has never played Maguire in that left-sided part of defense, because that is where he used to play for England. So he's comfortable on that position. So why the coach never plays him there, I can't explain that. But I believe that the coach has his own ideas. The defense was good. They were aggressive. The aggression itself was just fantastic. And you'll see the way the passing range, they were talking, they were seeing each other. Luke Shaw was solid until he was removed. Maguire came in. His first foul was almost his first touch was a foul, which was really necessary because, hey, where was Havertz going? That was going to be danger to Manchester United's goal. So, yeah, our defense is working. And then the last thing that I saw that was quite beautiful is that this team is ready to work together. They're ready to work together. You saw Shesko come in. He was able to just affect the game, though he didn't get the chance. Ahmad needs to start. He needs to start every day because I feel the alot did not give much in attack. Dogo needs support and needs to swing those balls. Once you bring Shesko in, that guy is a giant. Just swing the ball in, So those are the 5 things that I saw in this game. I don't know what you saw. I don't know what you feel. I don't know what you think about this. But hey, that is what Kick on Sports saw in this game. Consider subscribing to this channel as we look at the team of the week after the last game of the week. That is another episode that we are adding to the channel's production line. See you in a bit.